Good evening, and welcome to Winnipeg. Yeah, okay, so we're at the place now where we're going to be putting on our panel line accent color on the deck. But I was thinking, how much of this part, for instance, we'll just take this part as an example, are we actually going to be able to see? So I went ahead in the manual, and you can sort of see some of the decking here on this other piece, but it has, there's a lot of stuff that's going to go on top of here. Like I believe the conning tower, the main tower actually comes up from right here. And if you will notice, well, maybe from the far back you can't. I should maybe recompose here so I can show you. I'm just going to move in a little bit closer here. Okay, what I was trying to say earlier was that if I was to be very careful when I'm dropping my panel line accent color down on these different areas here, it appears to me that the panel line is going, the fluid is not going to go, for instance, into this area. It's going to come up to this line here and then stop. At least that's what I'm thinking. And then all I have to do is just probably paint everything else with the 77 or something like that, for just so that whatever isn't covered by something else, it's not going to look like deck tan. But that's the plan right now. I don't know if the other pieces are this well defined or not, but this one most certainly is. Like you can see here, this little section right here, and this one on the other side, it should stay in there. So let's just slip on the macro lens, for instance, and we'll try and move right in on this one right here, and just see what happens. It could be that my theory isn't working here. Okay, we are moved in here almost as close as we can get, and the plan is to try and get the panel line accent color to stay in this square right here. In other words, not run over onto this section right here, which I will be painting anyway, probably with the 77. So here we go. I'm just going to try not to make a mess here or bump anything. Oh, it seems to me when we did the main deck, it took me almost an hour. No, I don't think this is going to work because I'm going to have to get rid of that excess somehow. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my little brush here. I'm going to go crossways. Just remove the excess. Sort of like blotting it, you might say. I don't want to go with the grain because it's the bristles will sort of gouge the panel line out of the groove. At least that's my thinking, and it could be that it doesn't work that way, but I think it does. You know, maybe what I should be doing here is drying my brush on a paper towel or something. Now you can see here where I have got it onto the deck. So it could be that I'm being very, very careful for nothing here because, well, let's just try and go a little bit more here. Well, that's too much. Yeah. Okay, let's get my other brush here. I think that what's going to happen is I'm just going to have to sort of swab it on like I did on the main deck. Yeah, it's going to be almost impossible to, to not get it on places where I'm going to paint later anyway with the 77. I wonder if I should be using the big brush again. This is my little brush. The other brush might do a little better. Where is it here? Let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, if I'm not worried about if I'm not worried about it getting onto this other part of the platform, I just have to maybe concern myself with just not having it get all blotchy. Okay, I'm just going to continue on now and try and finish this up. Now I know we're a little bit, you might say, blotchy in places. It's pretty much dry. What I'd like to do now is just let it dry and then paint everything else on the top here with the number 77 and try and very carefully go around the planking, because I don't think that this should have been, now mind you can see that we'll get something sharper to point with here. Okay, you can see that there is something going to be there, and here, and here there's going to be something, and the same up here. Something's going to go in there, and I believe that part of the bridge goes here. I don't know. No, I think the bridge actually goes on this end, but I could be wrong. It doesn't matter. My goal will be to try and not get the 77 into the planking, and that's not going to be easy. Let me tell you, especially for me. Okay. Now you might say I'm just sort of doing a dry run, and it's really dry. There's nothing on the brush. I was just wondering, can I do something like this and go all the way around the edges without getting into the planking? I guess that is yet to be seen. I think I'm going to call it quits though for this evening. I know it's only 12 minutes after 6, but this is stressful. Not really. Peter from Oscale Modeling, he put out a picture. I just saw it just about an hour or so ago of a little tiny part he's got on the little piece of photo etch that he has to put on his Yamato. Maybe if I can find it, I'll show it to you. I don't know. When I see stuff like that, it makes me wonder, would I be biting off more than I could chew? Okay, thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we'll be seeing you in the morning.